Okay, friends, family, parents, students, my captive audience. Okay, by popular demand, I will be making a video on dividing decimals by decimals. Okay, this was day 2 of our slides. Always remember, friends, too, that we do have our links over here in the slides. These will be very, very helpful as well. I know nothing is quite as helpful as me, your favorite teacher in the whole wide world. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to divide decimals by decimals. It's a pretty simple process, but there are some rules. And if we don't play by the rules, we're going to get the wrong answer every single time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. And you know how Mr. B likes to do this. He's got some stuff already set up for us. All right. So we're going to divide decimals by decimals, and we're going to look at what is 2 and 7/10 divided by 3/10. Okay, 2 and 7/10 divided by 3/10. Well, the very first thing that we have to do is we have to rewrite the problem. We can't solve it with it looking like that. So we have to use the standard algorithm for division. Okay, so remember, we're dividing 2 and 7/10 by 3/10. So our divisor has to be 3/10. It goes outside of the box. Okay, so now we have to start solving this bad boy. I can't solve it with the decimal point in the divisor. Okay, I need to get that out. Now, we've all learned the trick of scooping it out. We're going to just scoop out the decimals. Okay, now I can just scoop it right back to here, and then it's going to go there. Now, whatever I do to the divisor, I also have to do to the dividend. So I did one scoop. So now I'm going to move my scoop here. Okay. Now, Mr. B is not the biggest fan of just doing a trick. And Mr. B wants to explain why it works. So we're going to actually go ahead and explain that very quickly. Now, you see I've scooped it one place value. Now, when we move in place value to the left or to the right, we're either getting 10 times bigger or 10 times smaller. So I have just now moved one place value over to the left. So it's gotten 10 times bigger. I've made 3/10 into 3. Okay, I've multiplied it by 10. So let's just look at what happens very quickly when you do that. Okay. I wish that would go away. That's fine. There we go. Okay. Very interesting technical bugs. Okay, so when I multiply, I always just want to put, whoa, there we go. I always just want to put the larger number on top or the number with more digits on top. It's just organizational practices that are going to support getting the correct solution. We like getting the correct solution. Okay, so 10 times 3/10. Okay, well, 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, now we have a decimal place pushed into one place value. So we'll go 1 in. Okay, so it's 3. 2 and 7/10 times 10. Well, that's all zeros up there. 0 times anything is 0. We're going to go in for place value. We have another 0, 1 times 0. Then we have 7. 1 times 7. And then we have 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, we're going to have a new total. Once again, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. All right, so that's going to correspond to what we already figured out on the first whiteboard here. Okay, so now we can solve this. Woo! All right, but we know the y behind it a little bit. Okay, we know the y behind it. So 3 cannot go into 2. 3 can go into 27 9 times. Okay. 3 times 9 is 27. And this one was an easy peasy one. Okay. Decimal goes up. There we are. 9 is our answer. Okay, you're going to have some of these that aren't quite so easy. For those, you can always annex zeros and drop them down as you need to. And we do not work with remainders once we're working with decimals and division. That's kind of the whole point is we're taking our fifth graders to the next level with their division. We're going to get rid of the remainders. We're going to actually see what that number is with a decimal. Okay, it's a whole number, a little bit of something too. Now we can always check our answers by multiplying. Okay, so we can always check our answers by multiplying. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that very quickly. When we divide, we should always check our answers with multiplication. See, I even have this beautiful slide ready to rock. Check with multiplication, okay? 9 times 7 is 27. I'm sorry, that should be 9 times 3. 9 times 3. Mr. B's getting ahead of himself. Mr. B just can't get that answer out of his mind. Okay, so the multiplication is sound. Now, 9 was our answer. If you remember, our original equation was how many times can 3/10 go into 2 7/10? That was the original equation, okay? This answer of 9, this is our answer. This should be the correct solution. So if I take 9 and multiply it by 3/10, I'll still have my 27, but I go in one time for place value. So there it is. Boom. So once again, 9 is the correct solution. Okay, my friends, this has been 5-minute math. I hope you have found that enlightening. I will have another video up later today as well. Thank you so much. Get cracking with your math.